It is 4 lights, 5 lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and it is lights out. And away we go there. It appears that everyone seems to have got off to a fairly decent start. RG Matiiz going very, very defensive down in towards turn 1 here. Is the Flying Fin going to be able to do anything? Matiiz moves back over to the racing line there. And I think they're all going to file in just about in order there. Actually seeing a Renault get squeezed out just a little bit further back there. That was ESR Mills, I think, is now in the race as we come through turn 2 and turn 3. RG Matiiz leads. The Flying Fin in second there. STSF Alonso P3. Evo fourth. Feisty Ted moves up to fifth. Leopard drops all the way down to P9 there. This is a bit of contact, I think. Make that extra. Or Bobbert out of the Grand Prix there. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the best camera angle for that, but that is devastating for the Red Bull driver there. That is certainly not ideal. What he would have wanted at the start of that Grand Prix there, but that is very, very frustrating for him to see everyone from 5th down to 9th making up a place there as TOR Leopard drops way down the field there, and EVR Cal Monkey Face Plays also losing places there. But everyone else either staying level or making gains at the start of this Grand Prix. That's the Ferrari going massively, massively wide there. That's Feisty Ted. Certainly not taking the race in line through there, but 2 groups of 2 at the moment. STSF Alonso is starting to lose touch from his brother, and RG Matiiz right at the very top of this field right now as they come through Sector 2 here. And this is a little bit unassuring for him, you know what? Oh, he drops it there on the grass and he's spun around. STSF Alonso, that has been a crucial mistake way down the order. He's now going to go. What position is he going to be able to return to the track? It's going to be P10 in the Grand Prix there, and that certainly is not something we see very often this season.
Finn and Matiiz, I have to say, after last week, they had that little incident which Matiiz was not happy with, I'll be honest, and Matiiz is going to be extra aggressive, I think, today. He really wants this win. He was not happy with last week, so I think this fight at the front could be even more interesting than the usual because there's certainly a lot riding on it, I think, for both these parties now.
EVR Caldo has suddenly retired from the Grand Prix. He has, well, he's dropped it is what he's done there. I'm not too sure if that was contact. That is down towards turn 1, and he's managed to rip the wheel off that was further away from the wall. Not too sure what has gone on there. I presume that's been contact, or he's managed to flip the car over at some point.
It'll be interesting to see what they do. Will they go mediums? Will they go softs? With such a close battle between Finn, Matiiz, and Evo, that could be a real key point.
Flying Finn also dives into the pit lane there, so if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first time all season we've seen AOR lead a 1-2 here. Obviously, it won't necessarily stay the same, but could we now see the Flying Fin get the undercut on RG Matiiz?
He's going on to the medium tyres. It's all about whether he comes out in free track, and I think he will because most of the people behind him are pitting as well. So I think this has worked out well for Finn. Yeah, he's got the free air, so it was really close there. He's got to push now, but it's looking good for an undercut. Will Matiiz respond, or will he go longer and try and do something a little bit different with the strategy now?
But EVR Reynolds currently leads the way then, obviously, after the pit stops have been made. The Flying Fin moves up into P2. And then, hopefully, we can see RG Matiiz P3. NLR EVO P4, BP on midget 5th. STSF Alonso all the way up into P6 now. He has made that move on Feisty Ted.
But what happened to the Amazement?
What has happened to the Amazement, actually? He's come down. He's stuck.
He's
well, I don't know if he's stuck. Yeah. It looked like he was stuck for a second. But,
yeah, he came into the pits with wing damage. I think he must have had some kind of a delayed stop as well. But yeah, he had a big chunk of front wing missing, which has cost him dearly, unfortunately, from what looked like a very good position.
EVR Reynolds there is now very much starting to cause a bit of a train in this race. So what is going to happen here? The Flying Fin goes down the inside there. EVR Reynolds shuts the door on that one, so he does hold on for now as RG Matiiz is now all over the back of the Flying Fin as well. What is going to happen here over these next couple of laps? Amazement retires from the Grand Prix there. Unfortunately, we can't go on board with that as of right now as RG Matiiz and the Flying Fin are very, very close. This is giving Evo a perfect chance to close up the gap as well. At this moment in time, is the Flying Fin going to be able to make a move down the inside in towards turn 1 there? RG Matiiz really just going to try and hope that he can go through as well. I think EVR Reynolds there has let all 3 of them through in the end there, so that has really closed up the gap between the top 4, but then obviously now EVR Reynolds has dropped behind, so this has left the Flying Fin under a huge amount of pressure. They're side by side as they come up the hill, down in towards turn 4, though the Flying Finn does hold on for now.
This is going to be absolutely crucial for Finn. I'd say he's probably got around about 10 laps where those softs will be quicker, and then those mediums will start to play into his hands. So he's got a lot of work to do over the next few laps. This is going to be really tough for him.
It certainly is, and obviously, I'd say RG Matiiz and NLR EVO. Oh, as Matiiz goes for the move down the inside, in through T1 there. He's going to have the outside for turn 2, but he is going to get that Sauber car all the way past the Mercedes. What is Flying Finn going to be able to do? Matiiz goes very, very defensive, but runs massively wide there. The Flying Finn shuts the door on the exit of the corner here, and EVO could get involved with this. He just holds back for now, obviously. I don't think he wants to try and rustle RG Matiiz's feathers just yet. But this battle at the front is getting very, very tight, very, very congested. But hopefully we can see RG Matiiz once again trying to look down the, potentially down the inside in towards someone. Then no, he cannot. The Flying Finn holds on for now in the race lead. But RG Matiiz, though, he tries to go right around the outside. Their Finn completely shuts the door, though. These two are certainly getting their elbows out at this moment in time. But the Flying Finn, once again, is able to just about hold on to this race lead here. And this, well, this is obviously something that a lot of people really want to see there. But RG Matiiz weaving, I'd only guess, in anger there. He is not happy with the Flying Finn's defensive manoeuvres as of right now.
This is going to be a fight to the death, I feel honest. He's really, really up for this now. He's desperate to get through. And this fight is literally gloves off and no rules.
This certainly is becoming very, very aggressive between these two. But as we come through the final couple of corners again here, are we going to see the same thing once more? Are we going to see even more aggression between the pair of them here? RG Matiiz takes a little bit more wider line. Going to try and give himself a bit of a better run out of the final corner there. Slingshot himself towards the Flying Finn there. Finn, once again, obviously going to play it defensive down in towards turn 1 there. RG Matiiz goes right to the outside there. The Finn comes back out to him. He's going to try and get the switchback move there. Is he going to be able to make it stick? They're side by side down in towards turn 2 here. I think Flying Finn still is just about ahead round the outside of turn 2. RG Matiiz tries to go there. Even more contact between the pair of them there. That RG Matiiz kicks up a tiny bit of dirt as he gets squeezed out wide, and that is certainly not ideal for him, as NLR EVO must just be sat there going, can I ever go, or will he just want to sit back and just watch these two and hope potentially that they come together and he can move through quite safely?
Is looking from around the outside everywhere we go now. He's having a look at Flying Finn.
And that is a huge piece of front wing damage I've just seen fly off RG Matiiz's car there. It didn't seem like a particularly big amount of contact, but surely now, you know, he's still obviously fired up massively. But NLR EVO has probably got a bit better tyres, obviously. Although he did pit that lap earlier, he's not having to push as much as these two at this moment in time. But RG Matiiz has lost a huge chunk of his front wing there. That is certainly not ideal for him. That is a lunge. Oh my lord, that is something else I've just seen there. NLR EVO, as we just said, now moves, well, he's able to get past them both absolutely safely there. The Flying Finn sends one back, returns the favour. This is something on another level from these two drivers there, and the Flying Finn once again holds on to P2 there, as NLR EVO picks up a 3-second time penalty. So he now needs to absolutely run away as much as possible here, but this is certainly getting almost out of control. SCSF will on so P4 of this Grand Prix. Feisty Ted in the Ferrari.
Ted
has just had a skirmish there. His Arctic Avengers loses front wing. EVR Reynolds, is he going to make it 2 for 1 here? He goes down the inside of Feisty Ted there. Arctic Avengers goes past him as well. And, well, EVR Reynolds, he's only dropped 1 position after making his pit stop, so certainly this is going quite well for him, but no idea. Feisty Ted, obviously, with the grass on his tyres. This is not looking ideal for him. Arctic Avengers has got front wing damage from that, so he's going to be able to come right back at the Haas driver here, down side by side, down towards someone here. Haas versus Ferrari, obviously in real life they've got the same power unit, but Feisty Ted on the inside, he's got a full front wing as well, should be able to move back up into P6 of the Grand Prix, as obviously EVR Reynolds has been able to make it 2 for 1 there, up into P5 for the Force India, and that, because at the moment, unless we see the Flying Finn get a penalty, it is still looking like his race to win based on that 3 seconds for poor NLR EVO. Flying Finn has now picked up a time penalty, so it is all back on. So this has been, well, a godsend for EVO there, because Flying Finn now has, well, he's leveled the playing field once more. So BPRL Obviously, one of the only teams left to not have scored a point this season. So 10th place, this would be enough for Midget here, but he's got 9 laps to try and hold back TOR Leopard here. And this could get very, very interesting between the pair of them in the last dying laps of this Grand Prix. Trumper Umper all over the back of Arctic Avengers here. He's on a much quicker compounded tyres, and Arctic Avengers has also got front wing damage. So hopefully this doesn't make... well, I would have thought it's not going to be too difficult for Trumper Umper. Arctic Avengers goes oddly defensive into the final corner. Not something that I've seen many people deploy before, but obviously it's worked for him there. Trumper Umper has dropped back ever so slightly, but he will have the slipstream. Has the DRS. Avengers goes very, very defensive down in towards turn 1, and I think we're going to see Trumper Umper try to sweep it right away around the outside there. It'd be a good move if he's able to get it done. Gets on the power nice and early, and I think that is going to be... P7 of the Grand Prix there. He just about slots it ahead of the Haas driver there, as we got Langman just behind in shot, but it's getting very, very tight. Midget and Leopard here. I think Midget's going to try and go for the switchback move on the Force Indy there, but I think Leopard's made it work for now, and that moves him back up into the points of this Grand Prix. BPRL JNE retires from the Grand Prix. That is once... oh, he seems like he only gets to have dropped it on the way out of the corner there and gone for a very, very long way down the wall before he has retired there. But yeah, unfortunate for him. 3 and a sector laps worth of this race to go, and the gap now is back down just 0.5 of a second here. NLR EVO, he is now really obviously feeling the pressure. He's got to do absolutely everything within his power to keep this Mercedes car behind, to really sort of, just prove, because he's sort of been very much the number 2 driver this season.
We've got Trumper Umper in problems here. He's dropped down quite drastically. He's lost his front wing, which moves BPRL into the points now. Midget has got that point. Langman's lost his wing as well, so it was obviously a collision between him and Trumper Umper, not just Trumper Umper losing it by himself.
It does seem to be raining quite heavily all of a sudden there, so this could potentially play a bit of a part in the final couple of laps of this Grand Prix. We will have to wait and see. But 1 lap to go of this Grand Prix. The rain is really starting to come down now. These guys, obviously neither of them can afford to pit. It's probably not into these conditions, and they can't afford to lose out on a good 15-20 seconds here. But yeah, Evo still just about holding on to the race lead here. He's got half a lap to go of this Grand Prix, and the Flying Finn is doing everything within his power. Try and force that error, try and force that mistake from the Sauber driver here. Not often we've seen these two battlers, the Flying Finn, so close as they move up through turn 4, and now really he's probably now going to have to hold out until we get in towards the final sector of this lap, unless he can force the error. Let's go on board with NLR EVO's car on board here, looking behind at the Flying Finn, almost pushing him through this second sector of the final lap of this Hungarian Grand Prix. Round 5 of the season, like we've said so many times, is coming really down to a climactic finish here. The Flying Finn seems to have that little bit more grip here as they come through the final sector. He misses the apex ever so slightly there. NLR EVO gonna have to go a bit defensive. Flying Finn tries to make the move on the outside. 2 corners to go there. EVO does squeeze him out wide there, and that potentially could be enough for him. He runs a bit wide through the next corner there, able to park it just in front of the Flying Finn here. Not really going to be able to make any lunge through the final corner of the Grand Prix. But NLR EVO, we've never said it before so far in ULC, but he is going to come through to win the Hungarian Grand Prix there. Massive amount of respect to him there. He's really proven himself that he has got the pace to really fight RG Matiiz and this Sally and Sonic there. Out of the final corner though, RG Matiiz, a very, very frustrating P3 for him. But one driver that I want to get on board with is BPRL Midget there. Through the final corner he goes. He is going to take home BPRL's first points of the season. They're so well deserved for those guys, and I'm sure they will be very, very happy with that, hoping they could try and score more in the second half of the season there. But credits to everyone there, James. That was certainly one of the best races I think we've had this season, as I think we seem to say almost every week.
What an interesting race, and what an interesting podium interview coming up. It could get rather feisty, I think, here.
I don't know what to say, really. I think Matiiz needs to learn how to drive and learn how to race, because his race car's awful. And yeah, I mean, there's the difference between driving hard and then dive bombing someone from half a second behind and pushing them off the track. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, you can say decent, mate, but like you're getting a penalty for that, so don't worry.
Yeah, First of all, I just want to say, Solly, you're a great guy, but on track lately, I just think you've been a bit of a dickhead. So I have no hard feelings for you off track at all, but on track, I just feel like you just, I don't know.